Facebook blocks secret recording of DOJ officials saying Trump case is nonsense. It's nonsense that they're blocking this. They did the same thing with the Hunter Biden laptop. Anything that goes against the Democrat Party, anything that goes against them, Facebook freaking censors or blocks. And this is just crazy. And this is on the heels of Zuckerberg just coming out apologizing about his Facebook election interference. Promised to not do it again. And now look what happened. He went back on his word already. This is crazy. And we all know about the case that's going on in New York against Trump. Like I said, he called it, the DOJ official called it nonsense. He called it a perversion of justice, which it absolutely is. So even the DOJ, even the Department of Justice, know this case is bullcrap. They basically stacking charges. That's why they said it was what, 30-something indictments. People keep harkening back to that. It's not really 30-something indictments. It really was one instant, and they just keep each time every time he gave money to his lawyer, they called that one instant, which is just crazy. This is unheard of. You normally don't stack charges like this. Even when I worked at a prison, when we used to give inmates charges for certain things, they used to be careful not to stack the charges like that because it's not fair. But this is exactly what Alvin Bragg has done, and the DOJ know it's not right. I'll probably do an entire video on that secret recording, but I'm thinking about it. I don't know. It depends on if I have time to do it tonight or not. But we're going to talk about this. We're going to really get into this. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, follow me on X as well, because I put out news and information and stuff there as well. All right, so let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from reclaimthenet.org from Dan Freith, and he reports that Facebook is once again at the center of a censorship storm after being accused of blocking the circulation of a video exposing harsh criticisms by an official regarding the prosecution of former President Donald Trump. The video, also published on Rumble, features undercover footage showing Nicholas Bias, the chief spokesman for the Manhattan U.S. Attorney Office, which brought cases against President Trump, slamming Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's Trump case as a perversion of justice. He said, quote, "Honestly, I think the case is nonsense," Bias says in the video. Users who went to share the video on Facebook were hit with the following message, quote, "We can't review this website because the content doesn't meet our community standards. If you think this is a mistake, please let us know." I mean, it's a video of someone actually telling the truth. God forbid they have that, or the government official tell the truth. But other users got the message. It said, quote, "We remove your content. It looks like you have tried to gather sensitive information from others. This goes against our community standards on cybersecurity." Gerald Morgan, CEO of Louder with Crowder, addressed the censorship directly, stating, quote, well, I'm not going to read it. I'll just play the clip here. Here we go.
So, Gerald Morgan, CEO of Louder with Crowder. A lot of you have seen that we broke a massive story today on the Department of Justice and this perversion of justice, the quote from the Department of Justice, this nonsense case against Donald Trump. A lot of you haven't. And you've been reaching out to us and saying, hey, I'm trying to share this story. I'm trying to get this out on Facebook, and they're not letting me share this. So we went and tried it ourselves. Guess what? Facebook is back in the business of making sure you do not see information that pertains to the election and Donald Trump. And this administration, the Department of Justice's attempt to get Donald Trump and not tell the truth. They are keeping you, just like they did from the Hunter Biden laptop story, they are keeping you from understanding the truth about this election and the stakes and the impact that this is going to have on our country. They're doing it again. Just days, a week after we had Mark Zuckerberg come out and say that he regretted doing those things, and yet he's back up to his old tricks again. What are we to believe, Mark? You don't want people to see this. You don't want people to be able to share it. You don't want people to be able to see that Donald Trump is being targeted and that he is not a felon and that nobody would have brought these charges at the federal level because they passed on it. Go watch the video.
Yep.
Thank God I can get you to see it on Rumble. Go check it out there. Thank God I can get you to see it on X. Thank you, Elon Musk, for allowing us to have a platform. Thank you, Chris Pavlovski, for allowing us to have a platform, because if it came down to the Mark Zuckerbergs and Metas of the world, you'd never see it.
Yep.
Time to get pissed. Time to get engaged. Go share this far and wide. Get around their censorship. Share it every single place you can.
This is exactly why I don't use Facebook. I refuse to use it. I got friend requests out the yin yang that I haven't even replied to because I just refuse to use Facebook. I haven't posted any videos there from here or anything for a long time because I refuse to give Mark Zuckerberg my advertisement, my money, my attention, because things like this, they're totally antithetical to everything I believe. So why would I continue to use that platform? But according to Morgan, Facebook actions mirror its role in censoring the Hunter Biden laptop story, suggesting a pattern of withholding crucial information, which I definitely agree with. He criticized the platform for once again keeping the truth from reaching the public, despite recent apologies from Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg over the past censorship practices. In the video, Bias was caught on hidden camera describing Bragg's case against Trump as politically motivated. Recorded by an undercover operative, Bias claimed that Bragg bought the case to advance his own career, stating, quote, "Before he decided to prosecute Trump, did you know who he was? You do now," Bias suggested. The charges were inflated and manipulated to make them fit the legal narrative. Trump, who faces 34 felony charges related to hush money payments, is set to be sentenced on September 18th. Again, they stacked the charges. If it was anything, it would have been just one felony charge. But this 34 counts is just crazy. But Crowder's team claimed that Facebook's blocking of the video is an attempt to control the narrative around Trump's legal troubles and upcoming election. And that's facts. Of course, of Facebook, quote, "You don't want people to see that Donald Trump is being targeted and that he is not a felon and that nobody would have brought these charges at the federal level because they passed on it," Morgan said, referencing the DOJ's earlier decision not to pursue the case that Bragg took on. Bias, who apologized for the remarks to the New York Post, said they were made in a private setting and not reflective of his true views, claiming he was trying to impress someone he had just met. However, his statements combined with Facebook's attempt to stifle the video have fueled further accusations of political bias and censorship at a time when open access to information is crucial. In the lead up to the 2020 presidential election, Facebook faced widespread criticism for suppressing the circulation of a story about Hunter Biden's laptop, which we talked about, to ad nauseum. I've done tons of videos on this, even on my old channel, which was initially reported by the New York Post. The story contained explosive allegations about Hunter Biden's foreign business dealings and suggested potential corruption involving his father, Joe Biden, who was running for president at the time. Citing concerns over misinformation, Facebook reduced the article's visibility and limited its reach on the platform, prompting outrage from those who saw it as a clear instance of election interference, which it was. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg later admitted that the platform decision to censor the story was a mistake. In a 2022 interview with Joe Rogan, Zuckerberg revealed that Facebook had acted after receiving a vague warning from the FBI about potential foreign interference. In a letter to the House Judiciary Committee on Weaponization, Mark Zuckerberg recently expressed regret over Meta's decision to cave to pressure from the Biden administration to censor content, calling the interference wrong. In a letter to the House Judiciary Committee, the Meta CEO said he plans to resist such influence more aggressively in the future, which we don't see happening at all. He said, quote, "It's since been made clear that the reporting was not Russian disinformation, and in retrospect, we shouldn't have demoted the story he wrote. But what about this story? I wonder what Zuckerberg has to say about this story that's happening. But my question to you is, what do you have to say about this story and Facebook's censorship of it? Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.